John Rettinger here. You may or may not have heard the term cloud computing. What that means is controlling a computer with an operating system operating essentially in the clouds, meaning you're using a server located somewhere else in the world and you're doing everything just through your browser with nothing stored locally. Well, virtual operating systems have been around, but really not a cloud-based operating system. And this company called iCloud is actually the first one to put out a beta and alpha release of a full web-based operating system. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like. If you're using Internet Explorer for a PC, it's in beta. If you're using Firefox, like I'm using on a Mac, it's just in alpha. So you can see the website here. It's os.icloud.com, and you can sign up for a free username and password. So I will log in here and show you guys what that looks like. Now, since this is an alpha, it runs a little bit slow and a little bit buggy, but it still is very impressive that you have a full operating system right in your desktop. Meaning you can download a file or save an email, close your desktop, and open up your browser on another computer at your office or at somebody else's home and have all access to your files. It actually is very cool. So it's saying right here, welcome to the social cloud. Show you some widgets and stuff. We'll close this right now. Some status messages if you're online. So here it is. This is your operating system. You've got a trash can, a calendar. You can invite friends, your mail, your movies, MyCloud photos, and Write, all right up here. Down below, it does have a sort of Windows Vista XP look to it. Down here, you've got control panels and a system manager. You can see all your processes that you're running, any documents or transactions that you've done. You actually have a full command line prompt if that's your thing and you want to control it from a DOS-like standpoint. You also have full control panels here telling you about your system. And you can see it's running a little bit slow and a little bit buggy, but you can definitely still see what's here. All your applications that you have open, file types. It does seem to be a relatively robust OS, and it's amazing that it's actually just on the web. It seems to be as usable as some of those instant-on Linux OSs. I assume that this is Linux-based, and you can select your language right down here. So let's see what some of this stuff looks like here. Let's open up Write and see what happens. Incompatible with your browser, would you like to continue? So this is an example of just being an alpha release, but let's hit yes and see what happens. Look at that, it's opened up anyway. And you've got it's like a simple text editor here, similar to WordPad. Go ahead and close that up. Photos, you can still view all your photos. Store them just in the cloud. I'm not so sure how much hard drive space they allot you or how many gigs of storage you can have, but it is very cool that you can have the option to do this. Here's MyCloud. See if that gives us some more information. So you get a full document explorer too. This looks very much like Windows Explorer. Really, you can just go through and fill all your documents. You do not have the ability to right click, however. You can just left click. So very Mac friendly. And MyCloud OS, it just lists everything kind of hierarchically. Applications, appointments, bookmarks. There's your cloud drive. So it'll tell me how much hard drive space I have available. Nope, it just lists what's in it. It's got a full mail client. You can watch movies, supposedly. As this platform matures from alpha and then to beta and then to release candidate, I think it really can be used as a very useful platform. It really could take computing to the next level. You don't have to worry about what OS you're on. All you need is a web browser, which is actually very neat. And that web browser certainly has to be running in some sort of operating system, but you can run it in a very rudimentary operating system and still have access to all your files. If I were to maximize this window, it kind of cut you off, but you can see you can have it run in full screen and really it'll look just like any other browser. So I don't have any movies here in this iCloud, but they will play right here. And now it's loading up YouTube. Let's see how that looks. So again, slow and a little bit buggy since just an alpha candidate. Anyway guys, I wanted to show you this really cool web OS. You can see up here, Firefox Alpha, brought to you by iCloud. Again guys, this is John Rettinger. For exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/John4Lakers. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.